Welcome to Destination Central. I'm Aimee and today we're discovering the beauty of the Waipa district. So we're starting off in the town of Trees and Champions, Cambridge, and then heading on through to the rose town of New Zealand, Te Awamutu. So let's take a look at our lineup. We start off with discovering what's on offer at the Cambridge eyesite. Then it's off to Alys Antiques. We take a look at the many designs of Jennian Homes. Then it's off to Te Awamutu to discover gorgeous gardens. And we create our dream home with architectural design. So as you can see, we have an awesome lineup for our show, and we'll also be taking a look at the district throughout the show as well, so keep an eye out. But first, let's take a look at our very first business. With over 18,000 people in population, Cambridge has that perfect balance between hustle and bustle and boutique stores while maintaining that friendly small town feel. Let's see if we can discover some hidden gems from the team at the Cambridge Information Centre. Hi Rebecca. Now we are so lucky to live in such a beautiful town, but for those who don't know much of the area, tell me a bit about Cambridge.
Well, Cambridge, it's a wonderful town. I moved here a couple of years ago, and when I first moved here I just thought Cambridge fresh. You know, it's a wonderful village, and the people here are very friendly, and coming from another town, Lake Taupo, it puts a whole new perspective on what this area's got to offer. We come here and there's fresh produce on your doorstep, there's wonderful markets, lovely boutique shops, beautiful walkways, wonderful reserves, so we're very, very lucky.
Now, what is on offer in the Waipa district?
Well, there's a lot of different things. I look at it from a tourism perspective, so complementing what the regional tourism office is doing for Hamilton Waikato, we sort of run alongside what they're doing. We're the feet on the ground, so we're offering in Waipa the promotion of local businesses here within the town, so that's your accommodators, your activity providers, your retailers, anything that's here is on offer, and it also stretches out to your more nature tourism as well as your sporting excellence. So Home of Champions, we have a lot of amazing facilities here at the top level for sporting. Home of Cycling with the Avantidrome is now here. Also you can look out towards Te Awamutu and Parongia, Kehikehe, all those local areas that have a lot to offer. So again, I can only say we're very lucky to have that all on our doorstep. Any hidden gems to look out for? There's loads of hidden gems in and around Cambridge. Waipa specifically, there's lots of beautiful nature walks where you can experience amazing examples of New Zealand's natural flora and fauna, so you can get some really good examples if you're into the nature tourism. Also Cambridge locally, we've got the beautiful Cambridge domain, Lake Te Awamutu, which is a little lake down the base of Cambridge, and you can walk down into it, and it's about 1.5 kilometres around it, but it's beautiful and it's got lots of British heritage there. And then there's also that leads on to your river walks, which run alongside the rivers, and they're just stunning. And that sort of brings you into also the boutique shops and the little things. It's all just quirky, you know. You've got some really good examples of boutique retailing here. Lovely little walks and also some great activities. So getting onto the water with your Camjet and your Waikato River Explorer and Lake Karapiro. So you say they're hidden, but you can find them easily enough.
Now, one of the great things about Cambridge is its proximity to other central North Island towns. So what else is available just outside the area?
So what we're seeing is a lot more visitors coming into Cambridge and using it as their base. So from Cambridge we have the lovely dynamic triangle, which is the visitors triangle. So that's going from Raglan to Waitomo to Hobbiton and Matamata. And those three areas are all within an hour's travel from here. So people are getting the lovely village accommodation and staying for a night or two, and then venturing further afield from here.
And Rebecca, what services do you offer here at the eyesight?
So we're an information hub here, so we can promote businesses here through advertising on our fantastic website, which is cambridge.co.nz. We also do ticket sales and things, and we do bookings on behalf. So if people are looking for travelling further afield or finding accommodation locally, so we're here to help. So making the visitor's experience a really worthwhile one, and just making that transition coming into the area seamless, and making sure people enjoy and get to experience those little gems that we talked about earlier.
And are there any upcoming events in the area to look out for?
Okay, so Cambridge has a big draw on events. We've got some really good event venues here. We have a good infrastructure for these larger events. And we've been welcoming those and been very, very busy over the summer. So now it's a little bit quieter for those big events. However, we have got a couple of key ones, which is our harness racing. Cambridge is very popular for the equine side of things here. We've had a lot of very good race horses and stud farms recognised internationally here. So the harness duels is on the 31st of May. And that's held at the local Cambridge Raceway, and that's a very prestigious event and draws a lot of people in. So that's a key event here, and also then in June we have the field days. So that's one of the biggest agricultural events in the Southern Hemisphere. So we're looking forward to seeing that one. That hits heavily on Mystery Creek and the surrounding area. So we're very busy booking accommodation and selling tickets here at the local eyesight.
Great, so how can visitors locate the eyesight?
So the Cambridge Information Centre is attached to our wonderful heritage building Town Hall, which sits above the main street of the town. That's on the corner of Victoria and Queen Streets. You can contact us by phone, come in and see us, we're always ready for you. Also our website, cambridge.co.nz.
Thank you very much. So if you're heading to the Waipa district, be sure to make your first stop at the Cambridge Information Centre. After the break, we check out Alys Antiques and Jennian Homes. Join us then. Right in the heart of Cambridge, Alys Antiques hold the most stunning array of pieces to create a bit of history in your home. Come on in and discover. Hi, so now what a beautiful store. So tell me about your experience in the industry of antiques and artworks.
My love for antiques really started when I lived in Berlin in the 1970s. I had an apartment right on Kurfürstendamm, and all the side streets were filled with antique shops. So I spent a lot of my free time there and almost all my money. At the same time, I was very lucky. I worked for one of the biggest dealer galleries in Germany. They specialized in art of the early 20th century, German art of the early 20th century. And here in New Zealand, I've been associated with Alys Antiques since the early 90s, and was well trained by the previous owner, John Briggs, who had extraordinary knowledge about antiques.
Now, as a member of the New Zealand Antique Dealers Association, what guarantee can you give customers of a genuine piece?
We have good knowledge, we have a vast reference library, we research every piece and we label as correctly as we can. Alys Antiques have always specialized in genuine English antiques. We like our pieces to be as early as the 1800s, possibly earlier. Occasionally we have more modern pieces if they fit in well. Quality is important, things have to be better than just good. We stock ceramics, glass, furniture, rugs, pewter, silver plate, and much, much more. And the art, of course. And in regard to art, we have old pieces, but we also have quite a bit of the early 20th century and German, English, sometimes something French.
Now, Jutta, there are so many beautiful pieces catching my eye. So can you talk me through a few standout pieces?
Recently we got this wonderful English chiffonier. It's veneered with burr walnut, and it actually has a starburst pattern on both sides and also at the front. It has a black marble top, which is later. The piece itself is about 1810 to 1830. And it has scrolled supports for the upstand. Some people say it would look fantastic without the upstand, but I like to keep it as long as I have it at the shop. It has a wonderful carved shield at the top, which is very much Gillows style. I have looked all over, I have not found the Gillows signature on it, but it is definitely that type of quality, so I'm extremely pleased to have it. Another highly interesting piece, which just came in last week, is a bureau, a mahogany bureau of very generous size. It's a really man-sized bureau. It's out of wonderful old Honduras mahogany. This piece has a well, and one can open the well, and in there are 12 little hidden drawers. So my theory is that the drawers in the well have been specially fitted, maybe about 150 years ago, to contain a secret collection, possibly of ivories. The piece itself is the first half of the 1700s. An interesting contrast to the old pieces is the wall sculpture by Victor Vasarely, who was a very famous op art artist, especially working in the 1970s. He made this piece together with the German porcelain firm Rosenthal. They manufactured the little ceramic tiles, which give the detail on it.
And how can viewers find Alys Antiques?
We are at 87A Victoria Street in Cambridge. Our shop windows front Victoria Street. We are on the same site than the Z service station. If you want to contact us, please look at our website or send us an email.
Great, thank you very much. What a beautiful range in store. So if you have an eye for detail and are looking for that perfect piece to add to your home, make sure you stop on in at Alys Antiques in Cambridge. Jennian Homes in Cambridge offer a wide range of home packages and designs to suit you and your family's changing needs. And best of all, each home comes with a master build guarantee. Let's go and meet Mike. Hi Mike, now tell me about the style of home Jennian Homes offer.
Jennian Home covers a broad range of designs. We have 69 standard plans and access to over 1,000 plans that have been built by Jennian in the past. The important thing is that the client gets a home to suit their needs and a house designed to suit their family and lifestyle.
Okay, and tell me about the types of building products or materials Jennian Homes chooses to use.
We have great support from most major New Zealand suppliers to cover all roofing and cladding options, from long run colour steel to steel tile roofs and brick to cyan linear weatherboard on the outside, and on the inside, quality fittings and fixtures front and behind wall. The really important thing is that Jennian only uses New Zealand-based suppliers so that we get quality products backed by excellent support and warranties.
Now, what does the process involve for the client?
The client selects materials and fittings to get a final price. We take care of the consent process from there on, and once underway, our construction supervisor takes over and keeps the client informed along the way and makes sure the project runs smoothly.
Okay, so why should people choose Jennian Homes?
We believe that this adventure should be all about the client, so they get the house they wanted, customised to their lifestyle.
Now Mike, tell me about your experience in the industry.
I'm a qualified builder and a licensed building practitioner myself. After doing my apprenticeship and working for other builders in the industry, I decided to start my own business. After doing that for 10 years, I was approached by Jennian Homes to see whether I wanted to jump on board. After looking at their systems and processes, I decided it was the thing for me. I really enjoyed their support, and they're a great team to work with.
And how do you ensure the process remains as stress-free as possible for the client?
Mostly it is about communication, so the client knows what to expect along the way, and we keep them informed throughout the process. And because you're choosing Jennian, we take care of the build process right throughout so that the client can sit back and enjoy the progress.
Great, so how can people get in contact to discuss options further?
Simply go to our website jennian.co.nz and fill out the inquiry form, or phone 0800 Jennian. Otherwise, come and see us at our show home at 26 Tulip Drive, Cambridge, and visit our website for house and land packages.
Great, thank you very much, Mike. So give the team at Jennian Homes a call. They'll work with you to ensure you get the home you've always wanted. After the break, we head on through to Te Awamutu to check out gorgeous gardens and architectural design. See you then. If you're looking at building or renovating your home, Architectural Design in Te Awamutu offer a highly trained team that will bring your ideas to life. Let's have a chat to David and find out more. Hi David, now tell me a bit about Architectural Design.
Oh, well, after 14 years of employment in the Waipa area, I decided to set up Architectural Design Limited. 15 years further down in business and architecture sees us where we are now, a dynamic team of 6, located on the main road of Te Awamutu.
Okay, so what style of designs do you create?
Oh, well, Aimee, we specialise in designer homes and renovations, but at the end of the day, we're trying to help the client really narrow down what they're trying to achieve and trying to get that objective as easily and fast as we possibly can, with the biggest bang for their dollar. That's what most people want nowadays. They've got so much money that they want to spend. They want the best that they can get for that type of money, and we're definitely in a situation to help them get there.
And what does the process involve for the client?
Okay, well, the process is quite simple. Make contact with us, we'll discuss that later on. I'll try and make contact with you either in our office or on site. This could be renovations or it could be a brand new building. But the thing is, first thing we want to do is get a brief. And the brief is a set of rules that we work out together, and then I use that to put a concept together. Once we've got a concept together, we've got something on paper that we can look at, and using that as our main focus, we can both make alterations to suit the requirements that may need to change or something like that. So from there, once we've sorted the concept out, we're able to then go straight into the building consent process, which is putting all the technical drawings together, get a building consent, and even help you with builders or pricing if need be, right down to the bottom dollar. Like I said before, best bang for your dollar.
Now tell me about your team and their expertise.
Right, so in reception we have Liz. Liz is actually in charge of managing all of us. So there's 5 of us for her to try and look after. She is the first point of contact and the last point of contact that you as clients or potential clients will deal with. So very important. She also manages all of our contracts, all our specifications, and actually puts and compiles all the building consents together. So very important lady. Couldn't do without her. From design point of view, there's myself and Matt Van Gretel. We're the lead designers here, of course. Interesting story about Matt. He's a local boy from Otaronga. Through a time in my life when I was growing the business, I decided to see what they teach at Polytech. Taught for a semester, grabbed the top student in that class, happened to be Matt Van Gretel, Otaronga, brought him to Te Awamutu. He's been with us for 7 years now, and he's a massive asset in our business. We really appreciate the work that he does here. And so once Matt and myself are finished with the design, we pass it on to the techies, the other techies we have in the business, and they'll finish it to completion right to the end of the project. Once again, like I said before, that gets put in Liz's hands, and she combines it, puts it all together.
Okay, so what can clients count on when it comes to your team?
Hey, look, we've got one of the friendliest teams in the Waipa, if not the Waikato. So one thing I can promise you is that there'll be no fusses, no dramas or problems. We do promise we'll give you great big smiles, but hey, don't take it from me, jump on website and check out testimonials that we have online.
Yeah, okay, so what are those contact details?
Oh, real easy. 0800 for plans, one way to get hold of us. The other way is via our website. I strongly recommend that you jump on there and contact me through there, and I'll probably get back to you as fast as I can, which will be in the next day or so. So, best way to contact us, via email.
Great, thank you very much. So get in contact with the team at Architectural Design, transforming spaces into places.
Whether you're looking to soften your home or create a dramatic feature, Gorgeous Gardens in Te Awamutu offers stress-free garden maintenance and design. Let's go talk to Nikki. Hi Nikki. Landscaping must be such an enjoyable job. How did you become a landscape designer?
Well, I used to be a primary school teacher, and then I decided that I wanted to change. And somebody said you should do something that you like doing. And I like gardening or sewing, and didn't really want to get into sewing full time. So I went to Wintec and started studying landscape design. And I started part-time and eventually ended up doing 5 years of part-time study and obtained a diploma in landscape design.
Tell me about your business, Gorgeous Gardens.
Well, it's all about gorgeous gardens. I like creating gardens for clients. I like to tailor them just for my clients so that they are getting the garden that they want. Of course, we've got to think about the site and the style of the house, what the soil's like, and whether they've got kids or a dog. And that's really the basis of me changing the name to Gorgeous Gardens recently. We also maintain Gorgeous Gardens, and that's all about making sure that the clients, once I've got their garden, have it looking fantastic.
What services do you offer to clients?
Well, we've got a full landscape design service. My area of specialty is probably rural design. I often get called upon to design a garden for a house that's a brand new house sitting in a paddock, just pasture around it. And the client will say, well, I know I want a garden, but I'm not quite sure how to go about it. So that's one part of it. I also do urban design, and that's for smaller sites in town. Commercial work, churches, office buildings. I also do park design and playground design. I like that part of it because it brings in the experience I've had with children. And lastly, we do mitigation design work, which is planting that's designed to hide a structure or a building that neighbours might be affected by. So that's a really, really challenging one, especially if it's a large project, lots and lots of plants. And then we do plant supply, where I can source plants from local nurseries and supply them for planting. And also we can recommend contractors and products for a landscape to be installed.
Tell me about the process for the client.
Well, it can be a lengthy process because I like to do things properly. So we start off by visiting the client, and that usually takes about an hour and a half, and I ask a lot of tricky questions like, what's your outdoor furniture like? And the client will say, well, why do you need to know that? And I'll say, well, because we need to make sure that we have enough paving for them to sit on. So we have a discussion about what they might need. I go away and prepare a written quote and a contract, and if they like what I'm going to be providing for them and they're happy to pay the fees that I'm charging, they'll sign it, and I work away on a draft plan. Then we go back and talk about the draft plan. And then after that, the really nitty-gritty happens. I've got to find plants that are going to work and do the final design, and I colour it. And that's the fait accompli at the end of the design.
How can someone get in touch with you?
Well, it's best if they just call me and arrange a time to make an appointment, or they could check out my great website, gorgeousgardens.net.nz, and they'll be able to have a look at some of the work that I do. And they'll also be able to think that they might be able to give me a call, because I can give them a fantastic landscape design that's definitely going to add value to their property.
Nikki, thank you very much. For expert advice on landscape design, give Nikki a call at Gorgeous Gardens, Te Awamutu.
Well, that brings us to the end of our show. Make sure you let those businesses know that you saw them right here on Destination Central. Be sure to tune in again next week as we head across the Kaimais. I'm Aimee Forrest, and I'll see you then. Bye.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.